Hello and welcome back to Shorties on the Bass channel. This is Dave, and today we're checking out the Les Paul Double Cut Jr. from Gibson. So we're back again with another Gibson. Gibson seems to make a lot of short scale basses, or they have over the years, with all the variations on the SG bass, plus the flying V basses, plus the occasional shorty T-bird like we looked at before. But this one is the latest iteration of the Les Paul Double Cut. They call this the Tribute Les Paul DC Jr. Surprise, surprise, it's a mahogany body. But what is a surprise is it's a maple neck that just happens to be finished in the same color as the body. It's got a rosewood fretboard that is radiused at 12 inches, 20 medium jumbo frets, and a Graphtec nut. That's pretty nice. It's got a 1.6 inch wide nut, which is basically like your P-bass size. It's got chrome hardware with everybody's favorite 3-point bridge. I don't know how many times I'm going to make that joke. It's got Hipshot ultralight mini clover tuners, which are very nice. It's got a 5-ply black pickguard. It's got top hat knobs. It's got one T-bird size humbucker right in the sweet spot. Kind of has a P-bass on steroids kind of sound. I know everybody is sick of that phrase, but really when we were playing this and exploring all the tones, we couldn't help but think it sounded like a more powerful version of a P-bass tone. One of the little quirks and features that this one has is it's got a coil split, coil tap, push-pull switch on the volume knob, which is nice for getting just a tiny bit more bite and a little bit of a different tone out of it. Alright, so this is Gibson's most affordable bass right now. And what you're getting is a mahogany, maple, rosewood, decent hardware, a decent sounding pickup, and it's technically speaking under $1,000. But it's just a solid instrument. It plays well, it sounds good. It's surprisingly resonant, it's surprisingly nice to play. And I say surprisingly because I've always been kind of on the fence about Gibson basses. I've had a couple, I still own one currently, and I actually think that this plays really well and sounds just as good, if not better. A couple downsides. It's not all sunshine and roses, obviously. We're looking at pros and cons. It does still have the 3-point bridge. Gibson has experimented recently with like the Babbage bridge and kind of putting that as standard on things. But again, this is their most affordable instrument, so they're just going with a chrome 3-point, easily replaced, I think. You know, at that price point, you're also not getting the hard shell case that a lot of Gibsons come with. Instead, you get, well, you get this big flat, you know, kind of taco tortilla of a gig bag, and it's just not awesome. So, everybody's got an opinion on Gibsons, especially Gibsons of late, because, hey, they haven't had the most stellar track record over the years. But you know what? Even I have to admit, the quality control on this bass, at least, seems to have been amazing. We got this bass from Zounds, and Zounds got it from Gibson, but Zounds had not opened the shipping box. We just got it as Zounds got it, and I've been playing it, and it feels like it was just set up today. It really, I cannot fault the quality control on this particular bass. Setup is good, intonation is good, the action is good, everything just plays like butter right out of the box, which surprised even me. The other thing is that you do have to, at some point, think about the money, right? So this is technically under $1,000, $999. I know. But that's cheaper than half the Mexican Fender line. It's cheaper than all of the American Fender line, and it's cheaper than some of the Asian imports that some of the big name brands are bringing in. So I hate to say it, for a made in America instrument, which for better or for worse, it doesn't mean the same thing as it used to. With more and more manufacturers sending their affordable instruments overseas for manufacture, this is kind of the budget instrument still made here. And it's a very nice one. So I would say this one probably worth a second look if you have skipped over it. Now, if you're not the biggest short scale fan, or if you're not the biggest Gibson fan, you might want to skip it. But I kind of felt like that about Gibsons, and they have surprised me more than once just this year alone while doing this series. So, yeah, I'm going to definitely take another look at one of these. But this one, Chris, I don't think Chris is going to let this one go. That is the Gibson Les Paul Double Cut Junior Tribute. Can there be more words in the title of this bass? I don't think so. But my name is Dave, and this is the Bass Channel, and thank you for watching another episode of Shorties, and we'll see you next time. Like and subscribe.